Hello, everyone. This is Al, Red Sox fan. Hope all is well. We just finished watching Game One of the World Series, and the Red Sox took it 8-4. Where's my notepad? Oh boy, no notepad. Oh well, we'll wing it. So the Red Sox made it a little interesting, but they did win 8-4 over the Dodgers. They took Game One. Clutch pinch hit home run by Eduardo Nunez to ice the game. 5-4, and he hits a 3-run homer. And great pitching by Evaldi out of the pen. Also, Rodriguez comes in to get that big out. Brazier was a little shaky. Sales was still a little worried about, as he doesn't seem like he can get any innings under him. Some questionable non-strike calls, but all in all, a good win. Obviously, any win in the World Series is a great win, not just a good win. So that was a lot of fun watching them win. Again, some anxious moments. Um, Always some anxious moments with the Red Sox, but it was good to see that victory. Clayton Kershaw, not really impressed with him. I mean, he's a good pitcher at all, but I don't know. It's just something funny about starting pitching nowadays in baseball. When you see guys just go, and Sales is injured, in my opinion, or still. I don't think his shoulder's right, and he had the stomach bug. But to see the starters, I mean, Kershaw went 4 innings. This is your top notch starter. 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 4 walks, 5 Ks. That's not really good. Uh, what did Sales do here? I mean, Sales, he went 4 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, earned runs, 2 walks, 7 Ks. He threw 91 pitches, 54 for strikes. But how the game has changed. Kershaw threw 79 pitches for only 52 were strikes. And then, they turn it over to the bullpen. That's the way the game's played now. It's a little sad to see it go that way. We're not getting those epic starts in World Series play from top-notch starters. But to see your starters only go 4 innings is shocking to me. And I probably should have done a sound check to see if I could be heard. But once again, the Red Sox win, as we'll do a quick sound check. Should have done that to begin with. Clutch pinch hit home run by Eduardo Nunez. Unbelievable. 5-4 ball game, and he golfs one over the Green Monster to win the game. The only question I have, it's not a question, just a thought. If you have Rodriguez and Evaldi warming in the pen, why do you go to Brazier? I know he's pitched okay. Let's not get silly about Brazier. He pitched okay, down the stretch and in the playoffs a bit. But I'd rather put my eggs in the basket of Rodriguez and Evaldi, which they did. You know, the pitching for the Red Sox has been shaky throughout this playoffs, I believe. Uh, OTDA's joined us in the chat. Hope all is well. I'm assuming you guys can hear me. I didn't do a sound check. I probably should have. But the pitching. Hello, Lady Wilverton's Den. Hope all is well. The pitching for the Red Sox has been shaky. I mean, Evaldi's been huge. Porcello's come up huge. David Price finally got a win in the last series, and hopefully he pitches. He's going to be pitching Game 2 today because it's early morning, and just a great win for the Red Sox, 8-4. I thought they were going to blow it. I honestly thought they were going to blow it. So let's just quickly go through the box score for the Dodgers first. Again, Clayton Kershaw, my God, 4 innings, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 3 walks, 5 Ks. This is an ace of a staff. That's unbelievable. That's horrible. And then they went to Madsen for 1. He gave up 1 hit, 1 walk, 1K. Then Urias, 1 inning, 1 hit. It had an earned run, struck out 2. Baez pitched 2/3, gave up an earned run, a walk, struck out 2. Then Wood pitch an inning and 2/3, and he gave up the dinger to Nunez. Hits for the Dodgers. Dozier was 0 for 2 with a run scored. Muncy 1 for 2 with a run scored. Dozier also had a walk. Turner, the bearded wonder, as I like to call him, the Game of Thrones extra, 3 for 5 and a run scored. Freeze always clutch in the playoffs, 2 for 3. Grandal came in to pinch hit and catch. He walked. Manny Machado had that home run and knocked in a run. 1 for 3. Taylor was 0 for 2. Bellinger 0 for 2. Kemp 1 for 4. It was Kemp who had the homer, actually, I believe. And Kiki Hernandez 0 for 4. Yasiel Puig was kept in check, 0 for 3. He walked. Barnes and Peterson both 0-fers at the bottom of the order. Barnes ended up getting the win for the Red Sox, even though he gave up a run, or he gave up an inherited runner. 1 inning, no earned runs, 1 strikeout, no walks, and the loss went to Clayton Kershaw, who was a pitcher of record when he left the game. Looking forward to Game 2 tomorrow and the David Price start. Can he keep that Price train going? The money train, we'll call it. For the Red Sox, Mookie Betts was 1 for 4 with 2 runs scored and a walk. Andrew Benintendi, 4 for 5, 3 runs scored and an RBI. Had a couple of bloopers that dropped in, but they count. Steve Pearce was 0 for 2 with a run scored and a walk. Moreland came in to pinch hit for Pearce and play first base. He was 0 for 1. J.D. Martinez, 2 for 3. A run scored and 2 RBIs. He knocked in the first 2 runs for the Red Sox in the bottom of the first, excuse me. Had a walk. Bogarts 0 for 3 with a ribby and a walk. Nunez, the big hit. Pinch hit, 3-run homer. Enough said there. Ian Kinsler 0 for 4. Leon, the catcher, 2 for 4. And JBJ, Jackie Bradley Jr., 0 for 4. We didn't need him to hit today. He'll save his hits for a future date. So Sales, again, went 4 innings. I know he's not feeling well. Stomach virus and probably his shoulder and arm still bound. But again, this is your ace. 4 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks. He struck out 7. Barnes, 1 inning, 1 hit, allowed an inherited runner to score. Struck out 1. Kelly, a good clean inning with 2 Ks. Brazier, this is where things got scary and interesting. 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 1 earned run, a walk. Then Rodriguez gets them out of the jam there with the pop-up, and Eovaldi pitches a clean inning in the 8th, and then Kimbrel closes it out in the top of the 9th with 2 Ks. So it's always good to win Game 1 of the World Series, better than losing Game 1 of the World Series, that's for sure. Oh, Tanner. Unbelievable. That's awesome, Tanner. You always get a douche nozzle. Watch Tanner. There you go, Tanner. Bye-bye. So we have Fandom D Saint in the chat. Living My Rhapsody, OG, the original Grognard. None of them Red Sox fans, but I'm very happy that you guys all showed up for my random babbling about my beloved Boston Red Sox, who I was very nervous about. But then I went to Christy Oldstone's stream, and she calmed me down. I listened to her beautiful reading voice. Check it out. Wonderful story she read. And watch the end of the Red Sox game. What concerns me about the Red Sox, again, Chris Sale, I don't think he's healthy. Either talking to my Nesson now to my left. I have the sound way down. But, you know, he went 4 innings. He struck out 7. We'd like to stretch him out to about 6, but the game has changed. I mean, both starters went 4 innings. That's unheard of in a World Series game. That's awful, but that's the way the game is. They turn it over to the bullpens. As Phantom D Saint said, he's doing well. Well, I'll never get to 500, Phantom D Saint, because what happens is I get close, and then I lose 5 subscribers. Then YouTube takes views away from me. So that's never happening, and nor do I care. Back to the ball game. So tomorrow we have David Price on the hill. I forgot who the Dodgers have coming up. Let's just check that out here. Let's go to tomorrow's game. World Series Game 1. Price will start for the Red Sox. And Hyun-Jin Ryu for the Dodgers. And I have to tell you honestly, I don't know much about Hyun-Jin Ryu. Let's just click on Hyun-Jin Ryu. Get some stats on wins and losses. That's what we like to see. So he's going to be going against David Price. 7-3. 7-3. ERA 1.97. It's pretty tough. So that could be a tough matchup. David Price finally got his first playoff win in all the years he's pitched, and I'm very happy he pitched the clincher in the American League Championship Series. So, happy the Red Sox won. Just this team, it's a funny. They won 108 games, and it's like the most nerve-wracking. Not that I've ever seen a 108 win team for the Red Sox, but it's like the most nerve-wracking team to watch because their pitching staff is okay. In the beginning of the year, it was better. Eovaldi and Porcello have really stabilized it, and if Price can come up big tomorrow, just give him 6 solid innings, 6 or 7. 7 would be nice. Again, the only question I have in the game today was when they went to Brazier. That's the only question I had. If you have Eovaldi and Rodriguez in the pen, ready to go, why not just go to them? They both have better stuff than Brazier. That's the only thing. Other than that, Cora pulled all the right strings. The Red Sox jumped out to an early 2-0 lead in the bottom of the first. Dodgers came back with 1 in the top of the second, tied it up in the top of the third. And it stayed tied until the Dodgers went ahead 3-2 in the top of the fifth, but then the Red Sox came right back with 2 and went up 4-3. Dodgers tied it up once again, 4-4, and then the Red Sox scored 3 in the bottom of the seventh. Oh, I missed a run there. Got to within, it was 5-4, then 5-3. Then a 3-run homer by Rod Nunez. 2-3. That's why I missed the bottom of the third when they went up. World Series games always make me nervous. It's like I'm playing. So Phantom DC Saint says, so are you going to do a dance if the Red Sox win the series out? I will sing sounds of the 70s if the Red Sox win the World Series. And we're 3 games, and the Red Sox are 3 games away from winning that World Series. It was fun. It was fun. And you should see them. The NESN crew is all bundled up because it's freezing cold at Fenway Park. So clutch hit by Nunez, a la Bernie Carbo coming off the bench, as that was huge. When he came up to pinch hit for Devers, and he just took that ball over the Green Monster, it was unbelievable. Comics with Bueller's joined us in the chat. He says, Al, you must be happy tonight. I'm very happy, very happy. Red Sox won. Always happy when the Red Sox win. So we have a lot of content creators in the chat, and I would be remiss not to mention them all. So check out all these channels. They're all great channels. Fandom D Saint, movie and TV reviews, Dog Sidious, all things Star Wars, and as we like to call it, pop culture. Comics with Bueller, comic books, and much more. OTDA, just a super fan. Living My Rhapsody, Game of Thrones, Westworld, Doctor Who, the original Grognard military strategy. So check out all these great channels. Lady Wolverton's Den, another Game of Thrones channel, all great stuff. And Dog Sidious and Westerosi Ninja, I believe, did tonight top 5 Quentin Tarantino movies. So check that out as I'm starting to tire. As I did a shot after the Red Sox did win. And it's hilarious. These guys are wearing knitted caps in full overcoats and suits because it's so cold outside of Fenway. Welcome to Boston, the team from LA. Little cold out here, isn't it? Oh, Phantom D Sate says, one of these days, DA is going to do a cooking channel called So You Think You Can Cheese, where he makes a dish with the main ingredient, cheese. Cheese is awesome. Who doesn't like cheese? I guess if you're lactose intolerant, you don't like cheese. So, anyhow, that was my quick little rant about the Boston Red Sox. Very happy. Game 2 tomorrow. Looking forward to it. It'd be nice to take 2, go out to LA, take 2 more, 4-game sweep, come back for the parade and the duck boats. Just looking, oh my God, it's got to be cold there. What is the temperature in Boston right now? So in the first, to get things started, Benintendi singled to right. Betts scored. And Benintendi advanced on the throw. Then Martinez singled. And Benintendi scored. Then in the second, the Dodgers got one back on the Kemp homer. And that made it 2-1. Machado singled to left in the third. Turner scored. That's how, yeah. So Kemp, I by accident said Machado homered. Kemp homered and Machado singled in the third. It was 2-2 ball game. Then J.D. Martinez doubled to deep center. Pierce scored all the way from first. The Red Sox retook. It was a back and forth game. So after 3, the Red Sox went back up 3-2. Then that dreaded Manny Machado, who all Red Sox fans hate pretty much, grounded to second, and Dozier scored from third. So it was a 3-3 ball game going to the bottom of the 5th. Red Sox would get another run when Bogarts grounded into a fielder's choice. Betts scored, made it 4-3. Then Devers singled to right. Benintendi scored, made it 5-3. In the 7th, the Dodgers get one more back. Once again, there's that man, Manny Machado. He had a sacrifice fly to center. Muncy scored 5-4. And then Eduardo Nunez comes off the bench, pinch hit homer to left, scoring ahead of him, Andrew Benintendi and J.D. Martinez, 8-4. Craig Kimbrell. Evaldi and Craig Kimbrell come in to shut the door. Red Sox win 8-4. Say no more. Woo! Good times. Oh, Tanner's back. He's so awesome. He's a persistent dude. Anyhow, let's go to the chat and we'll call it a stream. Comics Reviewer says, this is nice to see. Last time I was with you on a live stream, your team wasn't doing that great and you were having a rough night, and now it's much better. Oh, it's always better to win. Always better to win. But no matter what, it's not life or death. It's just fun. It's fun to be a fan of whatever team you root for. Just like if you watch a movie or a TV show, it's the same thing. It's like reality. It is reality TV, except better. So, alrighty. Once again, check out Fandom D Sate All things entertain. Oh, Phantom B say, quick question, my friend. How do you think the Walking Dead season's going? I have not watched one episode. I think Negan's going to be in this next episode, so I'm going to binge watch the other ones. Chrissy of Old Stones has jumped in chat. Check out her channel. Wonderful. She had a wonderful reading tonight. I was listening to it while watching the Red Sox game. And she said, "Thanks for coming to my stream." No problem. Thank you for having the stream. And she had a wonderful crowd there. Beautiful, beautiful reading voice. Also, if I can get some people, I'd like to do the War of the Worlds 1938 radio show. The script, I've already printed it up, and it's wicked easy to find. As Comics with Bueller gives us a spoiler alert, he says, "I guess Carl died. I might be behind." Yeah, you are. That's okay. You're right, though. Carl did die. As the show is dying. Phantom D Saint says, "First episode was good. Second episode was terrible. I stopped halfway through the third. Not sure if I'm into The Walking Dead anymore. Honest. Next episode better be good." I agree. And on that note, it is 12:42 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Once again, the Red Sox are victorious in Game 1 of the World Series. 8-4. The big blast coming off the bat of Eduardo Nunez, pinch hit 3-run homer in the bottom of the 7th. It was a 5-4 game, and Nunez put it out of the reach of the Dodgers 8-4. The winning pitcher out of the bullpen was Matt Barnes. The losing pitcher was the starter for the Dodgers, Clayton Kershaw. Pitching was not the strong point for the starters, as Kershaw only went 4 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, 3 walks, 5 Ks. For the Boston Red Sox, Chris Sale fared slightly better, though he only went 4 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 7 Ks. Barnes picked up the win with 1 inning of work, 1 hit. He did allow an inherited runner to score. He struck out 1. Then Kelly won a clean inning with striking out 2. Brazier made it nerve-wracking, 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk. Rodriguez would come in to get the final out of that inning. Evaldi pitched a clean 8th. And Kimbrel pitched a clean 9th with 2 Ks. Red Sox win 8-4 thanks to Eduardo Nunez's 3-run pinch hit home run. Andrew Benintendi went 4 for 5, scored 3 runs, and knocked in a run. So those are your players of the game. And again, to me, Rodriguez and Evaldi really came in that inning and a third to bridge it to Craig Kimbrel. The only question I have, again, Brazier. But it's all because Chris Sale only went 4 innings. So now you go to Barnes in the 5th, Kelly in the 6th. If you can get your starters to get to the 6th, we don't have to see Brazier. We don't have to see him. Barnes, Kelly, and then most likely a starter to bridge to get to Kimbrel in the 9th. That's the big thing. Their starters must go at least 6 innings, in my opinion. I'm hoping Price goes 6. 7 complete game would be nice. That's unheard of nowadays. Again, this is mind-boggling to me. I know I sound like an old guy, but to have starters pitch this poorly, in my opinion, in Game 1 of the World Series, 4 innings. I mean, the Dodgers were down. They pulled Kershaw. He's not too spectacular, in my opinion. He's had some good games in the playoffs, some bad games. He's not like lights out. He's not Sandy Koufax, who was lights out for the Dodgers back in the 60s. Again, the game has changed. Some people say evolved. I think the starting pitching has got much worse in professional baseball, in my opinion. So, as Craig from RNGIDP has jumped in the chat, Al's got to be happy tonight. Oh, I'm very happy. Very happy. Very happy. Dog Sidious says good night. And I will bid everyone a good night. So thank you very much. It was a quick little Red Sox rant here. And we move on to Game 2. So thank you, health and happiness. Till next time, take care. Bye-bye. God bless. Watch out for the curveball in the dirt. You know it's coming, folks. Peace!